like the page, don't worry.
Ooh.
Hey y'all, welcome to my weekly Live with Sam Yoder show. I'm your host, Sam Yoder, and I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is Wednesday, April 18th? Is that what it is? So. Is that what it is? I don't know.
18th.
But I want to take a quick second and thank our sponsors that help make this show possible. We appreciate them very much, and I ask you guys if y'all would please help support them because they help make this show possible. We have the Music Center, which is where we're broadcasting from here at 106 West Main Street in Azle, Texas. They are an awesome little music store. They do all kinds of lessons, and they sell instruments of all kinds. So make sure you guys stop by and check them out. They're located right across from Red's Burgers and right next to El Paseos in Azle, Texas. Also, we have JC's Quick Mart. They're located in Peaster, Texas, and we also have Texas Skid Steer. Texas Skid Steer is a business in Springtown. They sell used skid steers. They sell tons of attachments. So make sure you guys stop by and check them out. They are online at texasskidsteer.com, or they are in Springtown, Texas, just west of town on Highway 199. You can also call them at 817-220-0100. Also, Mr. Bobby Miles does license to carry handgun classes. You can call or text him at 817-726-7082 if you want to schedule a license to carry class. Also, the Beaded Cuff is one of our wonderful sponsors. They've been with us a long time, so make sure you guys check them out. They make some really cool beaded work. Also, Miles Realty, they're a realty group and home builder located in Springtown, Texas. You can find them online or check them out online at TommyMilesRealty.com, or you can call them at 817-220-5339. And we have Kelvin Miles for Justice of the Peace. Kelvin is running for Justice of the Peace for Precinct 1 of Parker County. Early voting is May 14th through the 18th, and the actual voting date is on May 22nd. His slogan is Honest, Fair, and Integrity. I agree. He's an awesome guy, does a lot of cool stuff around Springtown, helps people out, and I think he'd be an awesome Justice of the Peace. So make sure you guys get out and vote for him. And that will do our commercial break. You guys can find all their information at the bottom of this screen. It'll be zooming across here, somewhere about right here or right here. I don't know where it's at. But make sure you guys check them out and help support them. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind, please share this video out with your friends so everybody gets to meet my guest for tonight. His name is Austin Choate. Did I say that right? Thanks for coming to being on the show, Austin.
It's a pleasure.
I always see you coming and going.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I'm coming and going, and you're coming and going as well. But Austin is actually I need to share this out onto my.
I already took care of all that.
You already took care of all that because you're awesome like that. Because you're awesome. You're awesome, Austin. Not Allsup though, right?
Not Allsup, but I know him. He's a pretty cool guy.
You have you met Austin before?
I have, yeah. I've known him for about 3 years. I met him
3 years.
Well, actually.
You probably met him here at the Music Center because he shops at the Music Center.
Yeah, that's where I met him most recently. A couple years ago, I don't know, I was maybe 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there. And there was, do what?
Go ahead.
So this was about 6, 7, 8 years ago, if I'm doing my math correctly.
Right.
Back behind the police station, we were having a little community gathering. And nobody showed up, but we hired Austin to play. And he used my dad's sound equipment, and that's where I got to meet him for the first time.
Okay, cool.
Flash forward 5 years was when I worked in at a retail job. He stopped in, said hi. I said, hey, I remember you. And then working here at the Music Center, he stops in all the time now.
Yeah, nice. That's a good deal. So, Austin, I don't know why our camera got switched. Are we back on both of us? Producer Green Bean? Are we good? Green Bean? Somebody comment. Let us know if you guys can see us and hear us okay. We're just going to have a good time tonight, talk about what Austin does, and all kinds of good stuff. Somebody's giving us tons of hearts. We appreciate that. So, where are you from originally? You're from Azle, Texas?
Yes, I'm from Azle.
Okay, so you were born and raised here, went to school here and everything?
I went to school here. I was born in Wichita Falls. About 18 months after I was born, my dad was in the military, so we moved out to England.
To England?
There. Yeah.
Really?
Stayed there until I was about 5 and a half, 6.
Okay.
My brother was born there, 5 years older than he is. We moved to North Carolina for about 3 years, and then my dad got a job in Fort Worth. He retired in North Carolina, and he got a job in Fort Worth, and we moved soon after he did, and I've been here for 10 plus years.
Nice. Well, so you're pretty well traveled then. So you've been out of Texas. I thought, yeah, that's good. So how old are you? Because you said when you were 13, 14, 15, you met Austin Allsup, and then so how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay.
Been 21 since February. End of February.
So pretty. You're pretty recently. Happy belated birthday, almost.
Going on 2 months, I guess.
That's awesome. So the main reason you're here on the show tonight is to talk about drums, because that's something you do, and we'll get into all of that.
Okay.
But you're going to school right now, right, in Weatherford?
Yeah, I'm going to Weatherford. Right now I'm going for, I'm in my second to last semester, it's looking like, at Weatherford for my associate's degree. I plan on going for a master in business.
Okay.
And I'm looking to get a minor in music also, and I'll be transferring to UNT in Denton. To continue on with further education.
You like going to school?
I do. It's definitely it's a bit tricky sometimes.
Okay.
So just managing schedules and keeping up with work and all that. So.
Okay. Somebody said that they could only see me, which they thought was better anyway than looking at Austin, because he's got a face for radio. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So make sure you can see both of us, Producer Greenbean, if we can do that. Speaking of school and getting a degree, I'm a big fan of Mike Rowe, and he's all about the hard work and average American that works a job. How important do you think it is to go to school? Do you think we need more trade? Is there trade school still? Like, where are you going to school? Could you learn how to be a carpenter or do mechanic or things like that, or what?
Not specifically at Weatherford, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
However, I did go to Tarrant County and Saginaw, so the Northwest campus.
Yep.
And they do have some trade schools there.
Okay.
Specifically that I know of.
Yep.
Like the mechanics and
Okay.
working on cars and all that. But there are plenty of trade schools in the area. Like
Okay.
one of my friends, Kyle, he's out in Waco doing IT trade schools, working
Okay.
on computers
Yep.
and certifications and stuff. So there's plenty of opportunities that are available.
But
to
to backtrack a little bit, when you're a kid, let's say you're 14, 15 years old, going to school. Because I didn't go to school out here. I went to one room Amish school, and you kind of learn what you need to at home. But is there shop classes and things like that still in school, or did they kind of eliminate most of that stuff?
There is at the high school. I don't know of every program everywhere.
Yeah.
But I was in a shop class for a very short period of time, and I said, you know what? I play drums.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on guitar. Probably should have my fingers
Yeah.
around. So I ended up
Probably
getting out of
shouldn't.
that.
Yeah. So
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Either
Okay.
way.
Yeah. Okay. That's
So at Azel, they still have the shop class, and that's one thing my brother's in, going through that. But there's plenty, like I said, there's plenty of opportunities around just to continue education and learn basics and getting into trades and stuff like that. So.
That's awesome. So you work here, actually. Do you have another job besides working here? You work at the Music Center, right?
I work at the Music Center, and I do some gigs here and there, North Texas, South Texas. So
okay. So what do you do here at the Music Center at 106 West Main Street? You're welcome, Daniel Booth.
Primarily, I teach drums.
Okay.
And I can teach some guitar basics. Just here's how chords work.
Yep.
Let's write a song.
Okay.
But beyond that, I do work behind the counter, and I work on guitars, do some repairs, string changes, that kind of stuff. Just help around the store.
And so the main thing you do as far as lessons here is you're passionate about drums, right? What got you into want to playing drums?
So back in England, my dad was in a country band.
Okay.
It was called Texas Nightlife, named after I think it was in Wichita Falls nightclub.
Okay.
And he had a drummer. His name was Doug.
Okay.
And about 1 year old, I would just sit right in front of that drum set. And when you're really small, everything is huge. And loud.
Yep.
So I guess I loved it.
It's fascinating and
exactly. So what I did was, this is according to my parents. I don't remember any of this.
Right. Okay. Hey, real quick, I'm going to interrupt you.
Yep.
What happened to our camera angle, Producer Greenbean? How are we doing there? We've only got him in the shot right now. Is that what you were wanting?
For a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Sure. So pots and pans. So this is according to my parents, that I just bring out all the pots and pans and the wooden spoons, and I just bang around.
Okay, that's
I guess that's a start.
Yeah.
Then, still living in England, I got my first drum set. I want to say about 4 years old.
Okay.
I can't really remember that
Right.
time frame. And being at 4, I never wanted to learn anything, just hit stuff.
Okay.
And kind of everybody does that at
Yeah.
some point. And we moved, and I packed up my drums. Didn't have them in North Carolina. Stayed there for about 3 years.
Yep.
When I moved to Texas, about when I went into the 5th grade, they were having school auditions, and that was like a stomping, clapping, and patting on your legs test. Just a coordination kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. Which I would have failed miserably at because
it's pretty easy. You might have made it.
Okay.
So moving with that, I said, I really want to move forward with this. And they had a big care package of all the stuff. And you were supposed to get it the week before school started.
Okay.
But they send it out way early. I got it 3 months in advance.
Okay.
So I got my book, and I just opened it up, and I was figuring out how to read music. And I said, you know what, I'm going to learn some drum set. Right before I got into 6th grade percussion, which
Okay.
is like the official standardized start for the ASL schools.
Okay.
And I just started going from there, and I really haven't stopped. So that was how.
I've heard Daniel bragging
12
about
years
how many years?
I want to say it's at least 10 plus.
Yeah,
so
yep.
maybe 12.
So it's been a good while. I've heard Daniel bragging about you, how you're quite the drum guru. I mean, at school, you're at Weatherford. Are you part of a band or something?
Yeah. So I'm a part of the jazz band there, and that's it's basically a big band set up, give or take a few people just for people that sign up. But
Yeah.
it's established like a big band.
Okay.
And then we have a combo band, which it's kind of like a jazz quartet with a couple extra people. So
Okay.
the instrumentation doesn't really change. We have drums, bass, guitar, horns, and a piano. So really
Okay.
that's the 5. We'll have another guitar player, another horn, just
Okay.
kind of trade out.
That's cool. So what you wanted to talk about careers? What are you wanting to do? What do you want to do when you grow up, Austin?
Yeah. So as an old joke, my mom asked me, "What do you want to be?" And I said, "Just big. I want to be big."
Okay.
So, there you go.
You better start working out, Austin, because you're not very big.
Yeah.
You're kind of
So,
like me.
For careers, thanks to the internet, I know that there's a cymbal plant in Nashville. There's a drum plant. That'd be the Meinl cymbals in Nashville. There's a Gretsch drums plant, and this is all manufacturing in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Drumhead factory Remo in California, and just various plants all over the place. And I've just been fascinated with how the stuff is built at a woodworking level, at a metal, I guess, crafting level,
Okay.
artisan type of stuff. And I've been focused on that for years and years of just knowing the ins and out of how it's made. And my back when I was in drumline in high school, maybe 5 years ago, my director, this is getting to careers.
Yeah.
My director said, "Hey, bring me a cymbal." I said, "Okay, which one do you want? Describe it to me." He said, "Okay, sure." And he gave me some things, and I went and grabbed one. He said, "You know what? You'd make a really good salesman for selling cymbals or selling
Okay,
drums,
yeah,
whatever." Just, hey, I might roll with that.
Yep.
So that's why I'm going to get my business degree.
Okay.
Is get all the accolades in order, send out a couple resumes, and to hope to work with some of these manufacturer plants that are just over the U.S. In order that maybe I can work in customer service. Maybe not so much craft stuff, but just
Yeah.
talk to people. Say, hey, here's what you might like. Here's
Kind
moving
of
forward.
give them the ins and outs of the instruments to explain it to them better. Is that kind of what you're saying, or?
Yeah, but just mostly at a communication aspect of just being able to talk to people.
Yep.
And that's really about it.
That's awesome. Hey, I'm going to take a few of our comments from Facebook
Yeah,
here,
go for it.
and then I'm going to have you and our producer Green Bean are going to give us a kind of a basic on how to play guitar, and he's
Okay.
going to play
Yeah.
his fiddle. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Go ahead and get that tuned up.
Yeah, and
Totally
so
remind you.
because that's something that y'all do here at the music store is do all these lessons, and so you guys can give us on Facebook Live, give us a quick little demo on how you teach people and how easy it is to learn how to play an instrument, right?
Yeah, we definitely can.
I mean, I can't even play a harmonic, and that's the only thing I can attempt to play. So that's pretty cool. So if Green Bean will get his ducks in a row and get all that figured out, I'm going to take some comments. Chad Vincent said, "Sup from Kentucky, the guy you met at Nashville Airport. What's up?"
W.
Chad, yeah. So I was sitting at the Nashville Airport. I'm flying back home from seeing my fiance, and this guy, I was wearing a Rodeo Vegas jacket that some friends of mine they have, and they sell them, and they've got a bunch of cool stuff that they do during the NFR every year, and so
The rodeo?
yeah,
Okay.
yep, National Finals Rodeo, and they've got the hat that Green Bean wears, Pro Rodeo or Pro Fantasy Rodeo. They've got that.
Mine. I had my Reach Out West.
Yes,
orange hat. I
yep.
forgot to get
Which,
that.
speaking of Reach Out West,
have an app.
yes, it's an app. You guys need to go download this app, Reach Out West. Really anybody, but it's really based around the Western community. So if they're, I may eventually switch the show over and start doing like more of a podcast type of deal, and I can run it through Reach Out West, and I can actually put my show on there as well. So,
That'd be fantastic.
but for people that have that want to do clinics that like I trim horses, shoe horses. I can put my business on there, and it's all free. And so it's really, so if somebody says who's the best farrier in the area, they can go on there and see how if I'm rated good or bad, and if you're selling a horse trailer, horses, whatever, tack. So make sure you guys check that out. But so Chad comes over. I'm chasing rabbits here, but Chad comes over and he said, "Hey, my son wants to be a cowboy. Can he have a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not really that much of a cowboy. I mean, I'm around horses and I rope some if I have time or whatever." But so he said he wanted a picture with me to show to his son, I guess, because his son wants to rope and do all that kind of stuff. So we became friends on Facebook, and it was just kind of weird running into him, but it was cool. Jonas Troyer said, "Hey Sam, what's up, Jonas?" Jonas is a internet social media guru, builds websites, does all kinds of stuff. Make sure you guys check him out on Facebook. Tiffany's watching, West Tennessee in the house again. What's up? Atlee Hosteller's watching. Tiffany Rogers said, "I can only see Sam." Let's see. Steven Steitler said, "This week's show is brought to you by Top Golf of Fort Worth." Steven Steitler, you should focus on hauling horses. So if you guys are looking for a ride for your horse, check out STR Transport on Facebook. Mr. Steven Steitler is the guy that'll haul your horse. He's awesome. He has actually hauled a bunch of horses for me and my friends, and lumber and anything else you can think of. So thanks for tuning in, Steven Steitler. And yeah, so you ready to go, Green Bean? Let's get you guys up here and let's get some lessons, and then we'll get to the drums.
Yeah,
We'll get to the most important part afterwards.
Something to drum on here.
Yeah, I really think we should have you go over there and actually play on the actual drum set, but you didn't want to do that, so that's no worries.
We might be able to figure it out. All right, so for guitar basics, just to really show you how easy it is to
Do we have this camera
step
zoomed in pretty good, Green Bean? Everybody's good? You're good?
Okay, sounds good. So the first thing is learning how to tune the instrument. And I got interest for playing guitar from a number of different people, but my dad was the one that really got me going forward. He plays guitar also, but he just plays left-handed. So it would look like
that okay.
if you saw him play. And he gave me a little bit of a rhyme, or whatever you want to call it, a rhyme, scheme, poem, to remember how to tune a guitar. So your lowest string is E, next is A.
That looks like the highest string to me. The top string.
The lowest in pitch.
Okay.
So the lowest in pitch.
You should explain that for dumb people like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we got A, E, D, G, B, and E.
Okay.
So the poem that my dad gave me is "Eat all the grass before evening." So
okay.
Eat E, all A, D, the grass before evening.
Okay.
So that gets you started.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we do teach here for just starting out is what's called a one-finger chord. And out of any place that you could put your finger, you just put one finger down.
Okay.
And you got a chord.
Okay.
So this one being a G major chord, so you're going to play the G string, which is that fourth one there. Now first you're going to take your pointer finger and put it on the 3rd fret. Now what a fret is these little bars here.
Okay.
So you got the first, which is that first one, second, and third.
Okay, yep.
On the highest string, you take your pointer finger and put it right behind that little metal bar. It's going to raise the pitch up. And that's what happens.
Right, okay. That's pretty sweet.
So this,
I didn't know I was going to be getting a full guitar lesson tonight. This is great. I have a guitar at home, and
we're going to be playing some not more complicated stuff, but just basic stuff. So just hang around, Corey. Green Bean.
Green Bean. This is Green Bean. Green Bean's a world-class fiddle player, huh? Huh, Green Bean? Sure, yeah. You need to put your sunglasses on if you want to be really cool. That's what real musicians do, especially if they hang out with Willie Nelson.
And your brand new green vest.
Yeah. And he's going to be getting a hat from Bigger Hats pretty soon.
There you go. So this one being a, what's the name of it? It's a G major chord, one-finger chord. So all that takes is one finger.
Really?
And it's just those 4 highest strings. So that's a start. Now you have a C chord, which is your first finger on the 2nd highest string, the B string.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a buzz there, but ignoring that. Same 4 strings is a C major chord.
Okay.
Now on top of that, one more chord that's out of the one finger is back on that 1st fret, where you got this first bar here right behind it. On the highest string on that E string, play those same 4 strings. The string playing doesn't change, or the strings played doesn't change. That's a G7. Like I said, we got a little bit of a buzz here. But that's 3 one-finger chords. And that's really the start of where we go.
Okay.
But the primary chords moving forward from that, so it's called the caged position. Well, that's you just got a couple positions. You got an E, A, D, C, and G. And all that is down here, and you'd use those chords forever and ever.
Okay.
So it's really just knowing those 5 chords, and you'd be able to play all sorts of songs.
Nice. So it's not really that hard. So can you guys give us a little can you guys play us a little tune?
Yeah. How about just E, 12-bar blues, no sevenths.
That'll do.
Okay, let's do it. So let's go for right about there. If I can remember how 12-bar goes. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. I can't remember how 12-bar goes. Top, here we go. A. Back to the 1. Here comes that 5. 1. And out. There you go.
Nice.
So as I mess up, but that's really all. Just knowing a couple different shapes, and as you see in my hand, it changed the shape, but it didn't change the location.
Okay, yep.
So for the people that really just want to learn how to play some songs, like for instance, one that my dad showed me, I'm not really going to get into it,
Right.
but it's Old Habits by Hank Williams Jr.
I think you should play it. I think you should just do it. You can't do it?
I can't do it.
No, okay.
But I just know the chord shapes, but
Right, okay.
not the order and all that. So it's all based around the D shape, so I can play right there, but moving the location of it, I'm not going to change the way my hand looks. I'm just going to move it.
Okay.
So I'm going to move it up here.
Nice. Yeah, that's a
So the way that goes is 1, 2, 3. So that's the
pretty
intro to
sweet,
Old
yeah.
Habits. And now, like I said, my hand didn't change.
right. You just
You just
Slid
move
it
the
up and
location of it.
Okay.
So that's really just knowing the basics on how a guitar works.
yep.
You can do all sorts of stuff.
That's pretty interesting. It makes me want to pick up a guitar and learn how to. So give us a little lesson over here, Corey, on this violin. Just play some tunes for us. What's the hardest thing to learn about playing a fiddle?
The bow.
The bow. What's with the bow?
Such a clean answer.
You got to develop technique, definitely. Because if you press too hard,
Oh, ooh, yeah. Oh, that hurt.
too soft,
Okay.
it sounds really airy and
Yeah.
not a lot of tone.
Okay. So take it away. Let's jam us a little tune on that thing. Let's hear it. That's pretty
What is
sweet.
that?
So,
That's
In the mood.
In the mood, yeah.
so are you telling me lies that this bow has horsehair on it? Is that what it's made out of?
Yep, that's horsehair.
That's
That's not
pretty,
synthetic. That's the real deal.
this is real horsehair right here.
You can get PETA chasing after you.
Why? You're just harvesting horse's hair. You're not killing them. That's pretty
It's
sweet.
just
Can
a-
you?
it's just a simple
We were
joke.
talking earlier about the fact that some people don't like. Go ahead.
There was back in the day, like on some guitars there would be a pick guard right here, or most guitars there would be a pick guard right here. But this part of the bow and the pick guard that would be on a guitar was actually made of tortoiseshell, real tortoiseshell.
Really?
So they outlawed it.
Really?
Wow.
Some fiddle bows still have a tortoiseshell frog, and they're worth thousands of dollars.
Really? No kidding. So, can you do the little? We were talking about some people don't like fiddles because they think it's a bad thing. Can you do that "Devil Went Down to Georgia" or whatever? Can you do that little tune on there? Come on, you probably get tired of getting asked that. Let's see if you can do it though. Dude, that's
Something else.
that's
Going back
that.
to my drumline days,
Yeah.
it ties into the shirt I'm wearing, surprisingly. So my sophomore year...
Let me fix your mic here. We don't want that
Oh.
thing rattling and making noise.
Oh, thank you. So going back to my sophomore year when I was in drumline, The show was directed by Richard Kearns. He's over at Burleson Centennial High School now.
Okay.
But the show was called Devil Went Back to Georgia. And what a
Okay.
whole lot of people don't know is there's a song sequel to The Devil Went Down to Georgia. And
Okay.
the entire drumline show, 8.5-minute show of marching around and all that, was based around the sequel to that song.
Really?
The song's harder to play.
It is. Now just have an entire drum line, entire marimba lines and vibraphones doing it.
That song's really hard to play.
Huh. That sounded pretty hard to play. What you were just doing.
And this shirt is we had two lead characters. We had Johnny wearing this shirt.
Okay, yep.
And we had the devil, who's red shirt,
Ooh, yeah.
face paint and all. He was wearing not this shirt. So
Yeah.
this ties into that. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's pretty sweet. Can you guys do some more? Can you guys do some more cool jams for us or no? No?
Yeah, let's just do another one of them in what's the key that I can play in?
Go with that one.
With the key of G.
We're gonna get to something here in just a second that he can
G,
play.
C, D. I can play this. I just can't remember how stuff goes.
Yeah.
So let's go right about there. You go so G, C, or G and 12 bar. Here you go. 1, no sevenths. 1, 2. Oh, I'm terrible. Top. Here you go. I'm playing 16.
Nice.
I can't remember the form that I'm calling.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm just going to stop calling 12-bar forms. I
That's
can't remember.
that's sweet. Well, if we can get Green Bean to get off the stage because he's a camera hog. Just kidding, Green Bean. I want to. So what Austin's really good at is drums, and I want to have him show. He didn't want to talk about drums. We were talking about where we think drums should be and shouldn't be, and Austin didn't want to talk about it because he doesn't like to get controversial because he's not like Donald Trump. So back to the drum playing. So he has this little pad here. I don't know. Can you hold it up so people can see it?
So this is what's called this is Vader being the brand, and this particular model is called the Chop Out pad, but it's double-sided. So one side is for kind of quiet playing. You may not be able to hear a difference. But,
Yeah.
So this red side is for quiet playing, and this black side is for a little bit louder playing. You might come to find this in a black and yellow.
Okay.
This is a retail store exclusive. That's
Okay.
not the music center.
Yep. Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm not going to give names.
Yep.
But let's just focus on this side. But
Perfect.
It's
So-
just a practice pad. It's kind of a supplement for
So-
playing on loud drums.
So this is what you do maybe if you're teaching a kid to play drums and you don't want his parents to come kill you because it's too loud in their house or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
So this is something good they can practice on.
Yeah, this is one of many different things, but this is just one that I have handy here.
So we're going to have Green Bean zoom the camera down on this so people can see what's going on. I feel like we should be doing video tutorials, put them on YouTube so people can see how to play these things, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Be good, huh? Once I get my production company going, we'll do it.
There you go.
So give us something. Show us
Okay,
what
so
you
you're
got.
going to participate here.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
I know we
participate.
didn't have
This-
a second guitar, but we have two pairs of guitar.
Oh
pairs of
man,
drumsticks.
this sucks. The people are going to see how bad my rhythm is. So
The American flag is marked on this drumstick. This is Vic Firth drumsticks. There's not a whole lot of other companies that'll put an American flag on it. All it's symbolizing is that it's made in the USA.
Okay.
There's really nothing more beyond that.
Okay.
That I'm aware of. But what the American flag placement is good for is you can take your thumb and go ahead and put your thumb on
oh,
that
does
American flag.
mine have it? Oh, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
So
So
they're the
so now
same-
I know
the
where to
same
put
brand.
it. Is that what it's meant for?
Not necessarily.
But it's just a good
it's
spot
just a
for
good
it.
spot for it. Exactly.
Okay. All right. So I need to hold it like this.
Yeah, you're going to hold it like this, and
Okay.
this is what's called matched grip, and that just means that one hand matches the other.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't go further
Okay.
beyond that. So now you're going to take your index finger, and
okay.
it just wraps right around nice and
Just
comfortably.
just like this.
Yep.
Okay.
And whenever I teach drum lessons, there's a couple little words that I picked up from my director, Mr. Kearns. Like I said, he's at Burleson now, but he was my director up until I graduated at Hazel.
Okay.
In 2015. And so going from match grip, I usually take a little Sharpie and I put a line around the sticks.
Okay.
And at that point, we call this thumb on the line.
Okay.
Your
Just
thumb's on the line,
yeah,
exactly. So now whenever we go to play, go ahead and put your sticks just right in the middle, right there.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is take your hands and turn them over.
Okay.
And I picked this up from just numerous teachers.
Okay.
We're going to call this balancing the Coke can.
Okay.
So where does that come into play? We've got a water bottle here. Do you mind if I use
No,
this?
go ahead.
I should be able to set this water bottle there.
Okay.
And it should be able to stay.
Okay.
Just like
Right, as I play.
if the camera's over there. Well, not as you play.
Right, but
while you're
just
resting
yeah,
there.
okay, I've got you. It's kind of like team roping or like roping a dummy. When you swing your rope, you bring it around. If you were wearing a watch, you should be able to see it because you know how people try to swing a rope and they're just kind of like swinging it on the side of their head.
That's me.
Well, yeah, well, what you want to do is to flatten your loop out. Is like if you pretend there's a watch on here, and every time you bring your loop around, you have to turn your hand, and look at your watch,
Okay.
so that it turns your turn. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that gets this
yeah,
proper rotation
yeah.
going?
So otherwise, you're just doing this little deal. Otherwise, it brings it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. So
Learned
see.
something about roping while teaching drums.
Yep, exactly.
So-
see, you didn't see that one coming, did you? So
let's
I got to
go
do
back
this.
here, and
Okay.
then you got your hands turned over.
Yep.
And from here, imagine this being a pizza.
Okay. Yep.
Eaten pizza
The
before, right?
Yep. Yep.
So this being a whole pizza, go back to the middle up here.
Back to the
this
middle.
This is going to be our pizza slice.
Okay. Perfect.
See how it works?
Okay. Yep.
So that's
My hands are
number
getting
3.
tired. Whew. Okay.
We're getting there.
'Kay.
So now whenever it comes to playing, you can set the sticks down. You don't want to play in your arm. What the playing in the arm looks like is this. Let me see. Is that the operating camera right now?
Nope. It's actually zoomed in right here.
Okay. So what?
It was. You can put. He can move
So
it
I'll
back.
do it right. Okay. Now it's flipped. Okay. So what playing in the arm looks like is this.
Right.
And the problem with that is it uses a much larger muscle group, which will tire
Right.
you out much faster. And it's a lot more comfortable to play in the wrist.
Yep.
Similar to this.
Okay.
So the way I go about teaching my students is just, you wouldn't go and knock on a friend's door.
Bang. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
are you over? Come out and play, ride bikes and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know who rides bikes anymore with video games and all.
It's a part of the problem. But anyway, go ahead.
This is why kids can't play drums.
Yeah.
So
Because they don't knock on people's doors either. They text them.
Yeah. So it's the same motion as you would to knock on a door. It's just in your wrist.
Okay.
You see my hand is still turned over here.
Yep.
So
I'm
we're
learning
getting
so-
a good technique here.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
I
So
feel like
go
I'm a
back to your-
professional already.
Yeah. So go back to your pizza slice.
Okay.
Right? You got
Right
your
here.
Coke cans.
Yep, got
hands and
them
all
right
that.
here, yep.
So just nice and slow, either hand. Just go up and down. Yep. So now there's one more deal. That's for the most part it. If somebody took a picture of you like this, you'd
look
be
like a pizza slice.
95% professional. Now whenever it comes to actually playing it, the drum will bounce back for you. I don't know if this will. Yeah, it does. So the stick and the practice pad will do all the bouncing for you. I'm not
Okay.
picking this back up.
Right.
See that? So if you were to play basketball, you wouldn't go and
Boom,
bounce
boom,
the ball
boom.
back
Right.
down, pick it up off the ground,
Yeah.
and go back and forth.
You just let the ball. Yep.
Exactly. So the stick will do all that for you.
Okay.
So that's it right there. So that's the basics to drumming technique. But we don't play anything fast right off the bat.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Austin. Sorry, teacher Austin.
But going from there, given that you continually practice and keep moving forward and all that, we go over a couple different rudiments like the single stroke roll, which is just one note after the other. And that's really just the basics of the single stroke roll. Yep, and now we got the double stroke roll. Double being the key word is 2 notes. We'd have 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. That's that. Then you got a triple stroke roll. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right. Now that's really where it ends for multiple notes on a hand on a rudiment level. But there's all sorts of things you can do, and if you don't mind, I'll play something. So
Yeah,
for
go.
instance, there's all sorts of different combinations you can play, but just sticking with it and practicing and making sure you got good technique all the way through. You know, you can turn this just into a single stroke roll, double stroke roll.
That looks really complicated.
It can be. Like I said, I've been playing for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of practice involved, and there's a lot of persistence
Yep.
involved in making sure that you don't get down on yourself. Just because if you want to play this fast, but you can only play that fast, you
Yep.
say, why can't I play these
Right.
super fast rolls? You'll get there if you want
Right.
to practice it. So don't get down on yourself just because you might mess up along the way. But
Like the rest of life.
yeah, drumming applies to the rest of life. So you got Swiss Army triplets. You got, what is this called? Paradiddles. That's not what I was thinking of, but paradiddles. Double paradiddles.
It's pretty impressive.
5-stroke roll. Oh, on a tangent, you know that double stroke roll we did, right? However many notes of that we play, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a 5-stroke roll.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a 7. It goes all the way up to 15.
Okay.
But as you may notice, we never changed outside of this, right?
Okay, yeah.
And that takes up like half of the rudiment chart. There's 40 main rudiments.
Okay.
So there's not a whole lot to learn. Like I said, it's just sticking with it, making sure you got your coordination, and that's really
So now if I want to do, so I don't have to hit them that hard, just
just enough to make it, just enough to hear it. So I can play it right there, and I can still hear that fine. Now the mic's might not pick it up,
right?
But just me listening, and I definitely tell all my students to, if you can get the control down there, and it's nice and balanced, and you can get that up to speed, way down here, it'll be a lot easier whenever you're relaxed and up here.
I feel like this is a little bit like scratching your head and rubbing your belly at the same time, a little bit.
It can be, yeah.
For me, yeah.
But at that point, you know, you can, same with scratching your head and rubbing your belly. So scratching your head and rubbing your belly, switching hands.
Yeah.
Scratching your belly and rubbing your head.
Yeah.
It's just all about coordination and knowing what's going on.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. So what is this for? Can we bring this up and have you show us something on this?
Yeah, we can do
that.
Excuse me.
I feel like this is bring a little bit. Do we need to move this so it doesn't hit the?
No, it's fine on there.
Okay.
So this is what's called a snare drum. Now this particular size is 14 inches across and maybe 5 inches depth going down. Now the reason it's called a snare drum is because if we flip it over and we check out the bottom,
it has a snare on it. And I know what that is because a cajon has or the cajon I made has a snare in it. Yep.
Yeah, so there's
actually half a
multiple
snare.
variations of that you can have in here. So this is what's called a snare wire. In this snare system, there's one thing here. It's called the butt plate that holds one end. There's a similar looking one that's got a little. I'll flip it over to show the camera.
Yep.
This little flip switch is what's called the strainer or the release or lever.
Okay.
Plenty of names for it. Now the way this sounds, it's a little bit out of tune. So you can hear a little bit of a buzz if I turn those snares off.
Oh wow, yeah.
There's a big change.
Huge difference, yeah.
So, and now going back to playing on the practice pad, I'm going to set this down real quick.
Yep.
So I can play that if I can remember what I just played.
Right.
Could be able to play. It's going to be a little bit louder. So this practice pad just supplements playing the same stuff on drums.
Okay.
So
that's pretty sweet. That's awesome.
I think so.
That's good stuff. So you don't want to talk about Victor Wooten?
No. He's a phenomenal bass player.
Is he?
He is.
That's awesome.
He's one of the guys that inspired me to pick up guitar.
Nice. That's a good deal. Well, hey, we appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys share this out if you enjoy our instrument,
We can call it quits now.
our instructions on our deal here. Don't forget to check out our sponsors too. The Music Center. We have Texas Skid Steer. We have License to Carry handgun classes. We have Kelvin Miles, who's running for Justice of the Peace of Precinct 1. Early voting is May 14th through the 18th, and the actual voting day is May 22nd, so make sure you guys go check him out. Miles Realty. Make sure you guys check out all our sponsors, the Music Center. So go ahead. What else do you want to tell our audience?
We were talking about interests outside of music earlier. My close friends will know that I'm a pretty avid comic book guy.
Okay. I know you've tried to show me these comics, and I'm like, Austin.
I don't remember doing that.
Yes, you were showing them to me. Yep.
So I have been a comic fan since almost day one.
Okay.
Spider-Man being my favorite character.
Boo!
Showed up in 1965, summer of 1965. He's got some good comics out there. John Romita Sr., Stan Lee, Dan Scott. Not a big fan on his run, but plenty of different authors and all that.
So what do you see yourself as a comic book writer one day or what? I don't think those are still in, are they?
There's a heavy market for all that. No, I've never really been good with storytelling on a writing aspect, and I've never been good at storytelling on a reading aspect. Or not a reading. I love reading comics.
Okay.
On a writing and drawing aspect.
Okay.
So half of the work is not only done writing the story and writing all the words,
right,
but it's the picture aspect.
Yep.
Now I'd say growing up, I was more focused on, hey, these characters look great and they show up. But
yep,
at least in the past, excuse me, past 3 years of me sitting down and really reading comics, there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Okay.
Some of my favorites would be Spider-Man. I can't remember the name of it. Wow. It's the 650s, I think, issue 650s, I think. It's post-Civil War. Civil War's good. Like, you know the Captain America movie?
No.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
no.
there's a couple good books. Watchmen, The Dark Knight Returns, Daredevil, Born Again, all sorts of stuff. Batman Ego. There's like 8 comic books that are on my to-read list.
Okay.
So there's
And
a lot of different stuff.
what's the point of comics? I mean, what's the hype about it? I mean, what's the point?
Ideally, it is, or at base level, I'd say it's just a form of entertainment, similar
Okay.
to you'd go watch any movie outside of, even if it's not a superhero movie. If
Right.
you go and watch crime thrillers, if you go and watch legal movies, if you listen to radio podcasts,
Yep.
anything that you do for entertainment
Yep.
that ties into that. However, these comic books have a lot of themes in them.
Okay.
So, for instance, Spider-Man will have trying to balance 2 lives at the same time,
Okay.
trying to be a superhero and try
Yep.
to be a regular kid. Batman deals with the crazies. Superman has to deal with being the jolly good Boy Scout. There's plenty of different things like that. So now it's not just one theme over and over and over.
Right.
But there's just a lot.
It just
of
tells
good
a
stuff.
story.
It tells a really good story, and
Okay.
I'd say the added benefit is it tells a story about regular people, but those regular people just so happen to fight crime at night.
Okay, I gotcha.
So there's
That's
nothing really beyond that.
That's interesting.
Well, there's
That's
plenty beyond that.
that's good. That's
At
good
base
stuff.
level.
So, if you guys want lessons on drums, learn how. Let's see. Am I doing this right? So,
Pull your fingers back around the stick.
oh, like
There you
this, like this, and then like this. Oops. Yep.
There
Yep.
you
Like
go.
that.
There
So,
you go.
1, 2.
I'll match that. There you go.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, anything else you want to share with our audience?
Yeah, I'll share something.
Go ahead.
So, what's up?
I was just laughing.
Okay. So, for many, many years, it's kind of been an empty promise, but one day I'll fulfill it now.
Okay.
Hopefully get into it.
Okay.
Going back to how a drum works with this here snare drum, I've always been fascinated with how drums are built. And there's plenty of ways to do it. You can take long sheets of plywood and curve them around.
Okay, yep.
You can make barrel staves for drums or steam bend wood.
Okay.
I've been fascinated with this, and hopefully one day I'll get around to making my own drums.
Okay, that'd be cool.
So, just I guess a self plug.
Go ahead.
I've got a Facebook page. It's hardly ever active, but like it if you wish. It's called what is it? Austin Choate Drums. That's the name
Austin
of
Choate
it.
drums. So one day that thing will be in full swing, and you'll be busting out some drums.
Yeah. So now I don't have the tools and all that
Yep.
to
I've got the
go
tools.
forward. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Well, maybe I'll hit you up sometime to
Yeah.
make some Sam Yoder drums.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I hopefully one day I'll
That'll
get
be
around
good.
to crafting my own. Nice
That'd
and
be
pretty
sweet. So
shiny drums.
one of my clients, he actually has a drum set that he's wanting to sell, and it's made out of birch wood, the whole thing. And it came from England, I think, is where he got it at. So
Okay.
they discontinued them now, but it's kind of a rare set that he's wanting to bring up here and sell. So anyway,
Lots of
cool.
cool stuff.
Well, you good? Anything else?
We can go. I don't want to stop.
What do you want to talk about? Keep talking. I'm listening.
Man, I don't know.
You don't know?
We got all sorts of stuff.
Huh? We're listening. We're waiting.
Yeah, let's take some. Can we take some questions?
Yeah, let's take some
anybody's
questions and
there?
comments. If anybody has any questions for Austin, comment, let us know. Green Bean, what do you got going on today, huh?
Today?
Yeah, today.
It is tonight.
Tonight. Oh, is it tonight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
It's still
like-
daylight outside, isn't it?
no, it's 8:46. Well,
What?
here's one question that hopefully the audience has been wondering: how do I get my hair to look like this?
Clear Elmer's wood glue.
There you go. So I take some hair stuff. I don't even know what it is.
Yep.
It's just get it from Walmart.
Yep.
I do my hair the same way every morning. I rub it in and I pull it back.
Okay.
So I get my hair to go this way to the right. I get it to go to the left. It goes straight back, where it goes right down the middle. And I never change the way I do it.
Well, would you just look at that? Green Bean's
all
like,
those-
what?
For all those people wondering how
See-
I get these stylish looks.
Yeah, so, yeah. So, and if you guys want to know how I do my hair in the morning, I'll show you right there. Put my
It's the hat, right?
put a hat on and roll with it. There comes the deer. That's good. Well, Jason, Nicole, Sam does not need hair advice. Yes,
It's all down here.
That's right. It is all down here. I bet. See, your beard isn't real full. You know what I do to get this full like this?
Woodwork. There
Yeah,
you go.
chicken manure works great. Yeah, it's the same way as you take care of chapped lips. You just put a little chicken manure on there and it fixes it because you're not going to lick it if there's chicken manure on it. So,
Okay.
oh shoot, the deer is running across the screen.
Does that have symbolism for anything?
It might be. So
Okay.
we're going to
any
bring
questions?
Austin back. The only people we have on here said that I don't need any hair advice. So.
Oh man.
If you guys want to get lessons on how to play drums or learn how the basics of playing a guitar or anything, make sure you guys stop by the Music Center, ask for Austin. He'll be the guy behind the counter acting like he's busy, but he's really not. So, woo, just kidding, Austin. Well, thanks for coming to be on the show, Austin. I appreciate it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. If you did, please share it out. We'll be back here next Wednesday night. Y'all have a great night. Adios. God bless you. We'll see you later.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.